Like you remind me of you're like John Hamm. You're like a female black John Hamm. You're like, why is she that
can't be this good looking and also
you can't
that
be
funny.
that funny and you can't be that cool. I'm like, it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, but thank you. For
I
being
will
here.
take it. No one has ever
Female
put
black
me
John
and
Hamm?
John Hamm in the same sentence.
Zainab.
Stick around, make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, want to thank our sponsor, Electric E-Bike. If you're struggling with what to get your dad this Father's Day, give him the gift of a fun, powerful, and easy way to get outside and explore with his own electric e-bike. Visit electricebikes.com to learn more and explore the epic models Electric has to offer.
That's electric, Lectric, ebikes.com.
Hey Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Johnson.
Zainab Johnson. Welcome to the
town.
show. I'm so
Hey.
happy you're
How are
here.
you?
Randy and I were just talking before the show. We're like, this is what we love about Zainab. I love the writing in your stand-up. We love how calm you are on stage. We love
Energy. Great
energy. Always great energy.
It's like, it's not fair. Like you remind me of you're like John Hamm. You're like a female black John Hamm. You're like, why is she that
can't be this good looking and also
you can't
that
be
funny.
that funny and you can't be that cool. I'm like, it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, but thank you. For
I
being
will
here.
take it. No one has ever
Female
put
black
me
John
and
Hamm?
John Hamm in the same sentence.
Zainab, you start telling when somebody goes, how do you want me to bring you up? You say
Just the
female,
black female
Black
John
female
Hamm.
John Hamm.
But both people we know, both people we like, both people who are super talented in so many ways that it's not fair.
Right.
But welcome.
Thanks for having me.
glad-
All right,
have
so this is the world that we live in. It's a dumb world, and it's getting
We're
dumber.
just trying to joke about it.
Yeah, that's the only time the only way you
Sure.
can do it is beat back through comedy. So
I would love it if somebody was like, do you watch the news? Be like, not so much, but I listen to Dumb People Town. I can't feel
I
like I
want
know what's
people
going
to
on.
get all their news from
Right.
this show.
We are a trusted source. We can't speak for the sources we're using, but we are a trusted
We're the source. Well, didn't Patton Oswalt say this is where
Yeah.
he comes to turn off his brain? He listens to this
It's like I
podcast.
listen to so much
hope
politics
so.
and stuff, and it's just so charged. It's like I need to not think about politics. I just want to think about dumb stories.
Yeah.
And this is what we
Where are
do
you taking
here.
us, Fran?
I got a story sent in by our friends. So our fans send the stories in.
Yeah.
You can send it at Sklar Brothers, at Daniel Van Kirk, #Dumb People Town. And this was sent in November by Liz Haggerty. That's how many of a backlog we
Detective
have.
Liz Haggerty.
So I'll give you this is the headline of the story. Ready, Zainab?
Yeah.
Okay. Woman reveals why she married her stepbrother.
Already.
Confused
Also,
and in love.
Reveals.
Also, why do you have to reveal it, right? Like you've done
That's
it.
something you bury.
Yeah,
Right.
You know why
Did
talk
you
about
fill
it?
a helium balloon with the reason and then invite everybody over to the cookout?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
going to
past-
reveal it. We're reveling today why I married my stepbrother.
Like,
We're
know anyone
past
who's
the
done
reason. You're
Yeah,
together. We're way
yeah.
past that
Also,
moment.
technically, I mean, I get that it has some cringe to it, but stepbrother, we
I know it's
why
not
you married.
related.
You guys fell in love. That's why
It's just a taboo.
I mean, is that what you're assuming, or do we know that, or do we have to wait to see what she reveals?
I hope it's
She's
revealed.
going to
She
reveal
reveals
it, Dan.
something.
I don't know why you're jumping the gun
I
here.
don't know. Maybe her stepbrother is a billionaire.
Okay,
Fine.
she did it
Exactly,
for money.
yeah.
In which case, you're like, come on.
Either
woman's
way, you
gotta-
have to yell ta-da right after you.
Ta-da. All right. A woman's love story has gone viral online after sharing how she met her husband, and it's all thanks to their
know.
parents who were married a year earlier. Do you think when the parents got married, they're like, look, we're doing this for the kids.
Sure.
We're literally doing this to get our kids together.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate parent move.
Look, we're going to show you how to do it, okay? We're doing it. You guys do it.
You sure you guys don't want your own room?
Also, you just naturally assume, like, if you use stepsister or brother,
Right.
you assume that you grew up in the same. I have a feeling that,
I think these kids are in their 30s.
yeah, they're older.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
guess
yeah.
how old they
Okay,
are.
okay.
We're gonna get to that, and I want to do that.
Hopefully
at the
they're
end.
both in their 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan. So
It's just that when she said, like, how we met, I'm like, clearly you guys were walking in the hallway. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey, you live here.
you were in
too.
the bathroom first?
Yes.
Like,
are you going to be done?
All right, so Matilda Erickson, and we'll guess her age later, said she never considered marriage until she met Samuli. Great
Okay.
name, Samuli.
Yeah.
Who
it's a
became
terrible name. Go ahead.
Samuli.
Sam.
Sam. Just call him Sam.
Let's just
please.
stick with Sam.
Or Mooley.
Yeah.
Anyway, who became
Lee.
her stepbrother Lee when her mom and her dad tied the knot back in 2019. Their friendship took a turn in 2021. Do you want to guess how long they were friends before they...
Wait, hold on. Their parents got married in
2019.
Okay.
They got engaged or
Well,
married
their
in
friendship took a turn in 2021.
2021. So how long do you think? I mean, you can probably do the math.
I
Is
mean,
it
that's
2
2
years?
years.
2 years. But do you think the parents were dating ahead of time? It's
Yeah,
like,
of course.
All right, so
that's what I wonder. Like, what if at the wedding they're like, you look fucking good.
you look great.
Like just a little bit of open bar energy.
And, like people look good at weddings.
If they got married in 2019, let's just call it a year of dating and year of engagement. They at least knew each other for 4 years. You figure they dated for at least a year.
So
You
think,
talk about the sister and brother?
yeah, you think their
yeah.
friendship lasted 4
If
years?
their parents got married in 2019, let's say their parents started dating in 2017.
Yep.
So, and they've dated for at least a year, right? They got married in 20.
Well, he just said that it took a turn,
Took
but we
a
don't
turn
know
in
what
2021. So we don't know how long they were friends before. I'm asking you guys, how long do you think they
Well,
were
what
friends?
is take a turn? Like, is she
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm trying
we
to
can
figure
do
out.
anal now, and you're like, okay, all right.
But I think take a turn means went from like platonic to romantic.
Right. They hooked up.
Yeah, they hooked
Which
up.
also means anal.
Right.
Thank
Which also
you.
means the back.
Thank you.
The back door is now open. Wait. So, how many years do you think their friendship was before this happened?
I kind of feel like they knew each other for a long. I'm gonna say 6 years.
6 years. What do you think?
4 years.
I
Zainab,
don't. I don't think that.
You think it's shorter period of time?
yeah.
So what do you
They
think?
met at the
Pick a
wedding?
2
year.
years, like 19.
Yeah.
They could have met at the wedding in
I think
2019.
even if they didn't meet at the wedding, they met a day before at the rehearsal dinner.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
who's
2
this person? That's my daughter and your soon-to-be sister. So you say 2 years. All right,
Yeah.
get your answers in, Townies, because their 3-year friendship.
Oh, okay.
So right in the middle of everybody,
Okay.
their 3-year friendship
Took a turn.
when her stepbrother went in for a kiss. So he's the one who initiated it. That is
that's
like
a
a
move.
bold. So
But
there's.
you knew. I mean, you're a lot of time
I
together.
guess, but like,
You're a close family.
Come on,
Which
that
you
is
are
a
now.
bold step to be like, I'm now
stepbrother.
going to take this relationship, which is, sibling.
Okay, wait a second. And their parents are still married.
Yes.
That's bold.
So listen to her
But
quote.
I mean,
Okay, listen to her quote.
feet's touching the hot tub.
Maybe.
Kinda
There's
know.
like some underneath. There's definitely like the eye connection. You're looking.
I've never had a guy be like, or a brother
Good. That's great. That's
Thank
great.
God.
be like, "Hey sis, I'm gonna walk you to your car," and then it ends with a kiss.
I know. Come on.
No.
She said I responded right away with passion. So Dan, you're right. I feel like
there was energy.
He was picking up a vibe.
He was acting on something. He wasn't like just blindly.
Also, in
jumping
today's
off the
world, there
cliff.
was a lot of flirty texts happening, right?
This is my favorite thing. I responded right away with passion. Miss Erickson told Yahoo News Australia. Why are you talking to Yahoo News Australia?
Yeah.
Why you got to put this out there? to
Yahoo News fought for this story.
Australia. It took us how long to start dating after that? And he basically moved in with me right away.
3
How
months.
long do you think? 3 months? What do you think?
A year.
To start dating right
Not
after
even.
They started dating right after the passionate kiss.
And then he
the
moved
kiss
in.
that she met with the ultimate passion.
I'm going to say 6 weeks. Sorry, 6 weeks.
Okay.
He's 3 months. 2 weeks after they started dating.
Yeah.
After that, he basically moved in with me right away. It felt good and natural immediately. Okay, I'm going to show you.
If this is you and your wife's kids, right? Their step brother and sister. Aren't you pulling them both or one aside and be like, this had better feel real? I'm not saying you have to get married, but this is not a fuck around thing.
Because
this is our family.
I mean,
Like-
don't shit where you eat. You don't mess with people at work. I mean, Tiger Woods is
Yes.
going through this thing right now.
Yeah.
He dated a woman that like worked at one of his restaurants and stuff, and it's
Now
like,
she wants $30 million.
Now she wants
You hear
$30
how he
million.
broke up with her? He said, we're
Yeah.
going to take a trip.
Yeah.
Meet you at the airport.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
That was kind of...
Better than getting a text. Like, where we?
right.
I mean, I'm just saying there's worse ways to break up with a person.
There are, but still, I'm going to show you the picture, and you're going to be like, you won't believe that they're step siblings. You'll be like, they look like real siblings.
But wait, okay.
Look at that.
Well, they look happy.
They look happy. First of all, they're both.
That's their married parents.
Yeah, they're both good looking, by the way.
Yeah.
and
They're not
it's
bad
like,
looking. They're not
right?
bad
they're
looking.
Both,
Yeah.
They're both like. I mean,
all
he's
right.
like a.
They
I
look
feel
like
like
a
they both
TikTok
could
couple.
meet other people out in the wild. You don't have to look in your own family for this. But
home
shit,
is where the
man.
heart is, dude.
Yeah,
Home is where the heart is.
But I feel like the parents' wedding must be their second wedding.
I'm
Okay. You would
absolutely
assume.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely sure.
Yeah, and I think this is like,
You're behind it. You're
So I
for it.
think that there's less. It's not that I'm for it, but I'm not against it.
I like this.
And I think the
Because if it's
stakes-
real, it's real.
Well, I think the stakes are less high, like in terms of like, don't mess this up. This is not. It's like I think that the stakes are not like the parents could be together, and then
Sure.
maybe the parents will break up and the kids will
Sure.
stay together forever.
Maybe
the parents will break up. It's a good thing to hope for. All right, so parents are happy, but friends judge the relationship. So the parents were cool with it,
Yeah.
but the friends judge the relationship. A few days into their romantic relationship, Ms. Erickson from Espoo, Finland, filed this under
Happiest
Yeah,
people in the
this
world.
is-
File this under shit happens in
International.
Finland, right? That we
Happiest
just
people
don't
in the
know.
world, though.
Girl with the
Finnish.
dragon tattoo.
She just got out of a sauna.
Okay, about 10
brain might be going.
about 10 kilometers from Helsinki, so it's like the outskirts of Helsinki. Started to feel weird, and the reality of the situation dawned on her. Quote, I was confused and in love at the same time, and honestly, I didn't really know what to do. Thinking about the fact that he's still my stepbrother, and also I thought about other people's opinions. So she didn't like go into it
Right.
like, this is what I'm doing, and I don't care about what other people think. She had a little reservation, which
Yeah,
makes
for
me
2
like her.
weeks.
2 weeks.
That's it.
She
Then
had
was
a
like,
hard out.
F it.
And a hard end.
And a hard in. Well,
And he had a hard
in. Their parents were the first people they told about their love for one another, and they were very happy from the start. So
Yeah.
clearly,
Well, they probably felt the energy.
but I think Zainab's right. I think they were both in terrible relationships marriages that ended.
Sure.
And they're like, in a second
you're
marriage
happy-
now, they're like, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because they've been through life where...
And these are adult kids. You're right. Like they all don't live in the same house.
This is
like,
less creepy. We had a story once where twin brothers married twin sisters, and then they all lived
In the
together.
same house.
And essentially, genetically, each pair's kids are the same
Brothers
kids of
and
either.
sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brothers and
It's
sisters.
all the same DNA.
Those people are weirder
It's like
than
a
these
house of
people.
mirrors.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is. Those people are weirder than
Yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
agree.
So here's what he said. I think Samuli, again, we got to change that name. Can we
Samuel.
please? Samuli's dad even kind of hoped that something like this would happen. So
Okay.
again, that's what I was saying. he was
I don't like
pushing
that
for.
energy.
Miss Erickson admitted, but their friends reacted
Look at
differently.
her.
Some
Look
of
at
our-
your new stepsister over there. You
Take
tell
a
me.
look at her.
Go talk to her.
You tell me.
Get over there.
I'm getting that ass. I'm
I'm
getting
not
that ass.
drunk. You're drunk.
I'm getting that ass 25 years old. You should get it at your age.
Some of our friends were at first a bit doubtful and were kind of judging. I think it was because of the confusion that someone I had been calling stepbrother is now being called my boyfriend. At first, her friend's judgment bothered her, and she started to have doubts. But it was Miss Erickson's mom who helped her get my thoughts in order.
Okay.
And take a step left.
Sure,
She
go
told me,
for
do
it.
whatever I feel was most right in that moment. Good advice from a parent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Does she call him step boyfriend?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm putting everything aside and follow my heart. And that led me to marry Samuli in 3 weeks. I'm kidding. No. She told Yahoo. Again, stop talking to Yahoo News.
Right.
But we both have been in a few long relationships before, but it never felt like this way. I mean,
See? That's also good to
the ball
know,
don't
too.
lie. The ball
Yeah.
don't lie.
That's
Yeah.
also good. This isn't like their first. I was 25 and I never dated anybody,
yeah.
and he was there. No, F that. They know
By
what
the way,
they're doing.
this is why I had a little bit of a problem with Clueless, the movie.
Oh,
it's
with Paul Rudd
Yeah,
and-
then they
yeah.
get together at the end. I'm
But it's
like,
Paul Rudd, man.
It is Paul
I'd
Rudd, and
probably
he's
try and
wonderful, and Alicia
make out with Paul
Silverstone.
Rudd.
It's a great movie, but I was like, there's a moment where I'm like, you guys went for it at the end. I'm sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen
Hey,
it.
you're okay.
No, I saw it. I love that movie and I love that scene. And now I feel very different about this story. Thank you.
Yeah, so like
a little bit.
I am rooting for Samuli and I
right?
love his name now.
See, now you like it.
See,
Samuli.
we made it to the
Shamuli.
180 on this.
If he's like a Hasidic Jew from like Bensonhurst,
or it
Shamuli.
can clean up any spilled liquid. It's
Right.
a shamuli.
Shamuli. A shamuli. That's like a type
Yeah,
of a.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. I mean, see, far be it for me to say like who a person should love. Like we shouldn't say that stuff. It's
Sure.
I'm happy for them that they found each other, and I'm happy that the parents aren't giving them shit. You know what I mean?
The friends got to back off. If
That's
this
right.
is what it is. Like
Their unique
Yeah.
Deal with it.
situation led them to investigate it. When they first got together, they began researching if siblings could legally marry in Finland. So they checked this out. They started Googling their situation.
Is there anywhere where it's illegal?
It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't
The step
be.
is the big part.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
it's
the
like the
step
difference
is the-
between falling and flying.
Yes.
Both are in the air, but
Yeah.
not the same thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
one's here and one's
Yeah,
here.
Yes.
The step is all you need
That's
to
all
make
you
it
need.
okay.
Yeah.
That you were brought together by two other people.
So once the friends saw their connection, I think they didn't lose any friends.
Wait,
over it.
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only difference is like the big thing is that they met as adults, right?
That too,
only
yes.
difference is if you're step siblings that grow up in the same
Raised
house,
together.
Yeah,
raised
yeah.
it. That's
That
a
can be
little bit
odd.
weird.
I would agree. Yeah.
But-
Also, you shouldn't want to do that anyway. Like, go out, be an adult, find your own person. It's hard
This
enough
is
to
one
have
of
friends
those-
your whole life
Yeah.
who you can change and become
Look,
someone
I mean,
new.
this is
and-
what I would say about them if they were my friends, and I'd be curious to hear what you think. These are my friends. They followed their heart. They don't make every great choice, but they're good people. That's what I would say about them. What would
Right.
you say about them if they were your friends?
I would just keep going step, guys.
Step.
I would say, girl, why you keep telling people? just say his name. Why do you keep saying Shamuli is your stepbrother,
Stepbrother, yeah.
boyfriend? Like, just say
Someone
his
says,
name.
"How'd you meet?" Say, "Family friend."
At a family function.
Yeah.
In my family. All right. So they have detailed their whole relationship. This is another bad decision they made in a series of clips on TikTok. Why?
Did I not say they look like a TikTok couple?
They do. And that's where they received the most hate,
I
according to
yelled.
Miss Erickson. In one video, she claims to have people saying nasty things like, straight to jail, I'd rather
Ugh.
die. Others said it was weird. If you're putting your thing on TikTok, you
expect
anything we
to
put on
get-
social media, expect to get
Yeah.
hate, no matter what it is.
Even if it's the best thing
Guys,
you've ever
I've
done.
seen the best. The only thing you need to know about how our people function online is there are clips of Jay Larson doing his bit from 15 years ago, and people are arguing in the comments that the guy in the video stole this from Jay Larson.
That's right.
That's all
And
you need
he's
to know.
he's the guy in the video. That's
No.
all you need to know
there's
about.
the video of the little white boy and the little black boy seeing each other on the sidewalk. Little
one of the
kids
best.
running up to each other and hugging each other. Do you
Yeah.
know this
Yeah,
video?
I've seen that
It's the most
video.
beautiful video ever. Scroll down and one of the comments is gay. I'm like, shut up. And it meant to be
Shut up.
derogatory. It's
Yeah,
not even a
yeah,
bad
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But bro,
Yeah.
these are 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's the internet. If you put this on the internet, expect that.
I mean, but they have
But if you put something on the internet captioned, "I married my
stepbrother,"
stepbrother,"
you're gonna get it. You're
that's not
inviting
the
it in.
same-
Right.
Yeah,
You're
that-
welcoming.
It's like
Right.
you're trolling. Actually,
Right.
you're
Yeah,
trolling.
they're
You wanted heat.
Yeah,
you
wanted
can't
heat.
complain about how hot it is.
Yeah.
So it says it's not. So, but people gave some good comments. It's honestly not that bad compared to people dating their cousins. Is it? Yeah, I guess not. And
Right.
They're not
yeah,
even biological
because one
siblings.
is related and one isn't.
Yeah, guys, chill out. They're not even related. Another agreed. Honestly, that is so cute. Your mom marrying his dad and you marrying him, a fourth road. So they're finding people.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So this genuinely makes me happy. I love this so much, says another. And to which I say, who cares what you
yeah, why would you make that comment? If that's
so
your
let's end it on this. It's kind of a nice story.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm down with it. It's a little stupid, but it's nice. All right. So how old is she and how old is he? Let's start with
Oh,
Matilda
and we saw them.
Erickson. You saw them, so you have an idea. But how old do you think she is?
How old is she?
Yeah. Let's do Matilda first.
I'm gonna go 25.
27.
I was gonna go 27 as well, so I'll
it.
go.
Go whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
I'll go 24.
24.
Ooh.
Okay. One of you is 1 year off. Do you want to everybody adjust now?
Oh, wait.
26. Or no, 28.
Why? You can go. We can both land. I'm gonna go 26.
26. You can say
But it won't be 26 because he said one of us is 1 year off. I said 27. You
Oh,
said 25.
so she's
It can't
23.
be 26.
She's
Yeah,
either 23
23.
Or 28.
So I'm out.
Yeah, Dan, you're out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
23.
Okay.
28.
Get your answers in, Townie, because Matilda Erickson is 23 years old.
Oh!
Okay. Now, how old is he? Samuli. How old is Samuli? You saw him.
Zainab, you want to go first?
I love it. She's being very
know, it's
defensive.
just-
Defensive.
Because
Remember,
He's definitely
21.
21.
21.
You think he's
Oh.
younger. Robbing the cradle a little bit. Go ahead, Jay.
26.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Sorry,
I'll
Dan.
go with you. I'll ride with you. 26.
All right. All right. I'm not even going to do this.
He's 25.
27 years old. Okay. All right. So
27.
there you go. That is it. So it's a story of step sibling love.
It's love.
This has to be a
all
romantic.
love.
I mean, I know Clueless did it, but like, why isn't there? I feel like this could be a romantic comedy moving forward.
Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure.
Their
Yeah.
parents
Probably
get married
had-
and then they get married.
somebody's had
Actually,
to
there's
have
a
done
romantic comedy out about this
This
thing.
very
Yes.
thing.
It's not. It's starring like a lot of like
People,
A-list
comedy people?
Yeah, but basically the parents are having affairs with each. Like so, the parents of the bride and groom, they're actually having affairs with
each
each other.
other's
They don't know
parents.
it. Yeah,
Oh, my God.
and they don't
See,
know it.
that's-
And then the kids have the wedding or family, whatever, and then they meet, and it's like, oh, we're all just like a.
So, by the way, that's just the reverse of this scenario.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we think it's weird. That's a great thing to bring up. So let's say you had.
But I bet that's happened a lot.
So let's say
Two
your
people
parent-
get married and they each have a single parent, and their parents meet
Right.
later in life.
Right. Who
I
would
bet that happens as
who would
much as
begrudge
this,
people
if
that?
not
That
more.
is a great point.
No one would begrudge that.
I love that we started here with a nice story. Who's next? I'm going to see who's next in here. But when we come back, we'll talk about how you can follow Zainab and watch her and check out. You can watch her on the show Upload on Amazon, which is amazing. We'll
Fantastic.
talk about all that on the other side of the break. It's Dumb People Town with Zainab Johnson. We'll be right back.
Boom.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get to how you can support Zainab and see her live and watch all of her stuff, we should mention, I don't know when this is dropping.
Not sure. It's probably not going to drop
Before we go to Minneapolis.
That's right.
So our
if
next,
you came to see us in Minneapolis,
Thank
which
you.
is happening in 2 weeks, thank you very
we'll
much.
be in San Francisco at Cobb's Comedy Club, middle to end of July.
21st and 22nd.
Please come see us there. That is a great giant club, and it is so fun. And San Fran is great.
Yeah, when that club is full, it's just such a joy to
So
perform it.
come see us there. Support us by supporting our Patreon for this show. We give extra content. It's a great way to support us along the way. And I think and on the June 14th, we're doing
Tag It.
Tag
which
It
is
show.
such a fun show, which you should do,
come
by
do.
the way. You should
We'll
come
ask
and do
you-
it.
we'll
I'm
put you on
asking
the
you
spot
on
now.
the air and putting you on the spot. Basically, and we've done it at festivals. We did it in Montreal, where our friends go up and do their material, and we're on the side writing tags, and afterwards we pitch you, though.
We come on stage and pitch you tags that you can take away.
Ooh, I
with
love
you.
that.
And
Right.
so, like, it's been great, and people have used the tags. Dan used a tag in his special. People have used tags, so it's a really fun.
June 14th, the Belly Room at the Comedy Store in LA. If you want to see that show, it sold out last time before we even got up there. So let's figure that out and come see that. Daniel, how can people catch you?
Go to danielvankirk.com. By the time this drops, there should be dates announced for places I'm going to be at the end of summer and in the fall.
Nice.
So I'd love to see you guys come out to that. Or you can check me out in Los Angeles, whether I'm picking up sets at the store or around town. I have my own show every other Monday. Best Bet. It's with myself and Irene too.
We just did it.
Best
So
Bet
fun.
comedy show.
It's
You guys
great.
were great. You closed it out. So go to danielvankirk.com or at danielvankirk on social media.
All right, Zainab, how can people follow you, see your dates, and all that other stuff?
They can see my dates on my website, which is ZainabJohnson.com, ZAINAB Johnson. They can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Do it. It's a great follow.
Zainab Johnson, yeah. On TikTok, I am the Zainab Johnson,
Okay.
so THEZAINAB.
Why did someone try to jump in and give you a Zainab Johnson?
You know what? I actually didn't start my TikTok. Like somebody
someone else
else started
did it.
my TikTok,
Got it.
and then I was able to get it.
That's great.
Good.
Yeah.
Get
so-
it. Good.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, I got a lot of dates on my calendar. I don't know when this is coming out. So just go to my website and you'll be able to see all things that I am doing.
Go
Such
see
a
her.
great comedy experience. And again, like we went to that, we were like warming up for our gala sets. Your gala set was amazing.
Thank you.
But like when we went to that mall, what looked like a haunted mall, let's be honest, we went into that mall to do that preset, remember?
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, where
What
are
is
we?
this shit? This is
Yeah.
gonna be horrible. And then the club was so hot.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And we watched her set in there, and Randy and I were like, that's so good. And we were in the back just loving it, loving the whole
You
thing.
and Caroline Ray, I just love both of your sets that
Oh,
night.
thank
Two
you.
sets in the night. And then we got to see that set at the gala.
At the gala, yeah, I had fun on
blast.
that gala.
It's
I missed
cool.
one word in that set.
Did you?
Yeah, no one knows, but I know.
You know,
And
of
it
course
eat-
you do.
Oh, we
It
could
eats
tell.
me alive.
It's so bad. I know. Like, God damn it.
I know. We feel that.
You feel that
sometimes.
way, but I mean,
We didn't notice.
Yeah.
we saw both sets and I didn't even notice.
We were
There you
up
go.
in the room, just so you know.
Wait, is that when you guys texted me and said it felt like she was a word
I
short?
was like, she's a word
Yeah.
short. I texted Dan. I was like, it was
that
a
weird?
good set, but I mean, just
No, we were up in the room with all the, representation and all the producers and all those other people, and everyone was loving it, and it was very cool. Cool.
So go see her live, everybody. Do that. Daniel, you ready to jump on the
let's
story?
do
Let's do it.
Sent in by Ace of Finance at Dragon ILM.
Okay.
Headline is Tokyo man arrested for driving without a license. Pretty not that
seems
crazy.
so normal.
But that's never enough. for
No,
dumb
that's
people.
not enough.
I mean, there's definitely more to this
Of course,
story.
yeah.
Like what? So, okay. So now we sit here. I'm like, what was he driving?
Sure.
And how?
Or why does that matter?
And how was he
Yeah,
driving?
why is that of note?
That's right.
And he's here. He's not in Tokyo.
He's in Tokyo.
Oh, he's in
I'm
Tokyo,
gonna
but they
try
still
and
say
say
Tokyo man. It's like Florida man.
Yeah,
Florida man.
Is
Yeah.
Tokyo the Florida? Of-
I don't know. Yeah, what is in Japan?
Japan?
Exactly.
Is he a Tokyo drifter?
On the 15th of May, a passenger car was driving through Higashi Murayama,
Nice.
Tokyo.
Very good, Dan.
I tried.
You did
my
right.
That's
best.
pretty good. I actually think Japanese is like phonetically
You can sound it out.
you can
Yeah,
sound it
I
out
think so,
pretty
too.
well.
Yeah.
Say it 3 times though.
Higashi
Fast.
Murayama, Higashi Yamama.
Higashi, you're my mama.
Yeah.
Okay. good.
Mom? He was driving through Tokyo when when the passenger car was suddenly struck from behind by a Harley Davidson 3-wheeled motorcycle.
Okay, so he's
Right.
Struck from behind.
He's got to be the Harley driver, right?
Yeah.
he
Oh, yeah.
has to be.
Yeah.
However, rather than following the proper procedure and notifying the police of the collision, the motorized tricycle sped off.
By the way, calling it a motorized tricycle
Really brings it down.
That really
See, like
yeah.
a badass biker on one of those things. You're like, I love your tricycle. It's so cute.
Once you say
So
that, the eagle in the Harley Davidson logo flies away off of
My
the bike.
son has one of those. He's
so
4.
cute.
Luckily, no one was injured in the crash, but it left a dent in the car that cost. Do you guys want to guess how much yen?
In
Or
yen?
U.S. dollars? We can do either one. What do you
I don't
want?
even know how much yen is to $1.
Let's do dollars.
Okay.
It's like 100 yen to $1, right? But that 100 yen equals
God.
$1.
Oh my God, that's
believe
have you
you.
been
I
to
don't
Japan?
know.
Less,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I have 2 Japanese
I think it's less
sister-in-laws.
as of this.
2 Japanese sister-in-laws. Okay, this is
Okay.
Don't date them.
don't it? Or do. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
They're not her
don't.
stepsisters. Right?
Okay.
Then my nieces will have
You
to
want
call
to
me
do?
Auntie
You want to do
Mommy.
U.S. You want
Auntie
to do
Mommy.
U.S.
Mommy.
Or you want to do yen?
Wait, my friend, just in that vein, a comedian, Justin Williman, who's a magician comedian. He's so funny. He was saying that when he tickles his son's word to be like, stop, that's too much, is uncle. So he'll be like, Uncle Daddy. And he's like, Uncle Daddy? That doesn't sound right.
That just doesn't feel
Feels
good.
like a password to get into a club at 3 a.m.
Uncle Daddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What do you want to guess? Yen or do you want to go?
I'll do
cash?
I'll do yen. I
can
want to
do-
do yen based on
100 to
it.
1.
But there's not a big it takes 100 yen for $1, but they're comparable in terms of worth.
Okay.
It's-
It's not like 100 peso. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
yeah,
100
dude.
pesos is a penny.
If I'm doing bad math in my head, it's around 10.25.
So how much damage was the dent?
Yeah, just the dent, just for a goof.
I mean, cars are expensive,
Sure.
and like the dents, like
But
you
this
might
doesn't
see.
even. This isn't even why we're doing this.
Okay, 3,500 yen, so $350.
Oh, I'm going to say 30,000 yen.
Okay.
So $300?
3,000.
3,000.
I have no
Oh,
idea about the
$3,000.
conversion rate. You guys are gonna make fun of me when I tell you both.
I think it's like about $35 US.
$35.
It is 400,000 yen,
Oh,
which
so
is
$4,000.
$2,900.
Okay, so
okay.
I said
$3,000. Jay, you were
$3,000.
close. You were
I was
close.
All right.
So the
I
owners
really lowballed.
So the owners of the automobile reported it to
$5.
Tokyo Metropolitan Police, the TMP, who launched an investigation into the hit and run. Look,
By the
I
way,
wish-
nobody was hurt.
right. I wish that there was enough going on that you could get a cop to investigate a dent in a car.
Right.
Because
That tells you
personally,
what the
you are
to-
pissed.
that-
but
that
they
tells
look
you
at
what
you
the-
and go, "We really, what do you want? A piece
Yeah.
of paper? We'll give you a piece of paper."
Or they're just like, we got to get on this. I mean, we need to start investigating this
but
right now.
the car did have a dash cam that they used to identify
There you go.
the tricycle.
There you go.
It wasn't until about 2 months later that the same silver bike was spotted by a patrol car in Kiyose, Tokyo.
They're like, we got him. Let's
The
go.
officer tried to pull the suspect over, but he sped off down a narrow path that the car couldn't enter.
So
Perfect getaway.
that's what I was gonna say. The streets in Japan are very narrow.
Yeah.
And the first time I visited, do we have time in the story?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, so the first time I visited,
I want to go
you
so
know,
bad to Japan.
It's great. It's like New York in the future. Well, Tokyo specifically.
Wow.
But then there's like whatever. It's great.
Okay.
But I'm a jaywalker. Like just by nature, I grew up in New York. Like
Sure.
that's just
Cross
what we
that
do.
street when you
cross
can.
when you want.
That's right.
And it's a very tiny street in Japan where I was, and no cars were coming. I mean, I waited, looked both directions,
yeah.
no cars.
7 motorcycles.
No. As soon as I stepped off the curb, every other person waiting gasped.
Like, what's she gonna do?
It made me come back to the
That's
curb.
right. Their reaction brought you back to the curb.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh my God.
Just because you were breaking out of the norm of
I
crossing
guess
wherever
so.
you want?
I guess so.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So they're very orderly.
Yes.
Like it's very much a rules following.
No, it's 2 societies in one. They got crazy rules that everyone sort of follows, and then underneath that, the hidden
You make
Japan
your own
is
rules.
like you can eat people, or like there's some crazy.
I didn't go to that Japan.
No.
I stayed right at the surface.
No, but there is that.
You do tempura
I
too?
went to American Airlines Japan.
You never tried a Dave tempura?
You didn't go to Spirit Air Japan?
Spirit Air Japan's a very different Japan, my friend.
Okay, so the car turns down a street that the car can't fit, or the tricycle does.
Right.
But by the way, what a moment. Like you described that so cinematically. Like
Yeah, that
I
was
can
wonderful.
imagine you taking the step up. Everyone around like, what is going on?
One of the officers jumped out of the car and followed on foot, eventually catching up to the motorcycle at a dead end. So what seemed like a great, you can't follow
Oh,
me down
yeah?
here.
Got him.
You
See
got
you later,
caught on
bitches.
foot.
And then
You got that?
Also, the cop to go, give me a shot. I'm getting out.
I got this. Open, run.
When police asked to see the biker's license, he told him that he had left it at home.
Oh, boy.
However, upon further questioning, the rider, named Tatsuo Matsumoto, finally broke down and admitted that he had never had a license. And he was arrested without driving license. Further investigation.
And like I want this guy to admit like 5 more crimes.
Further investigation revealed
shoplifted.
that Matsumoto had been operating motorbikes in Tokyo without a license for how long?
Okay.
How long do you think, up until this point,
Matsumoto.
this guy was like, every day is on the edge. Every day is
I think he
Aerosmith
was doing it for
1992.
13 years.
13 years. Okay.
I'm so shocked and on the edge of my seat for such a petty crime.
I know. Like this is
But you-
so Japan to take something so
But you know
small
when you
and make
drive
it-
around and you know that your registration sticker is out on your,
Yeah.
and every day you're like, do not
Please
get
do
pulled
not
over
get
today.
me.
I
I
know
cannot
what's
get it
coming.
today.
Yes.
This
That's
person
like-
was doing this from at least, I will tell you, years.
Dan, that is like
Every day.
That's like someone
That's
who's like
just a little stressed.
sexually active, ran out of condoms.
Yeah.
And is like, I don't know when I
I
can
don't-
get to the store.
Right.
But I've got the
I
next
got
3
sex
nights.
to do today.
lined up.
My stepsister's coming over. I got shit to do. today.
Stop it.
We're doing
just-
anal. We're taking a turn tonight.
Who turns? It's like he needs to have more crimes, right?
I
Because
think-
who
I think-
turns no license into a high speed? Like that's such
know.
a bigger offense.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
The cover up is worse
He
than the
bumped
crime.
it up, right.
I say 13 years.
Okay,
What do you
13
think,
years.
Jay?
10 years.
10 years. What do you think, Zainab?
16,
Okay.
Okay.
22.
52 years. What's he doing?
He had been driving around Tokyo
40 years.
without a license for 52 years.
I can tell. I can
Did
tell.
I say 52 as a joke? I said 52 years as a
As
joke.
a joke.
As a joke, I got it
52 years
right.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day
Yeah.
running errands,
I mean,
doing
that
shit,
is
being
just-
like, today can't be the day. No
Yeah.
wonder he ran.
By the way,
But-
the fact that his thing went to a dead end, like to me is like a
Life.
perfect
It's
metaphor.
life.
It is. You got to stop now, bud.
Yes.
took
What were
it
you
as
going to
far
say?
as
I'm
you
sorry, I
could
didn't
take
mean to cut you off.
I was going to say when he probably first did it, you didn't need licenses.
Well, further investigation.
So that's their bad.
He explained, well, after further investigation,
I'm
he
not gonna
explained
get
that he had attempted to get a motorcycle license when he
See, I had
when
tried.
this all started,
Okay.
but he couldn't pass the written test despite trying. How many times do you think he tried before he goes, fuck it, I'm just going to live a life
Oh, so
without.
this is a guy who tried to take the test and couldn't do it.
Yes, multiple times, and then eventually was
I'm
like, fuck
going
it, I'm
52. I don't care. I
every
I
year-
screwed that up.
every year. He's like, hey, I could
He could have tried it multiple
5.
times 1 year.
10.
6 times.
Wow.
Way to go, Zainab.
He's like-
but couldn't pass the written test, so he gave up near the end. I don't know if do you guys know what the show up period is?
No.
That doesn't give the name? Okay.
No.
He gave up near the end of the show up period. Despite that, he had been riding motorcycles and since he was young and taught by a senior classmate when he entered high school.
Yeah.
He'd been caught and fined once for driving without a license around that time, and then once again when he was in his 50s. The three-wheeled Harley was purchased 4 years ago from a dealer.
Do you need a license to purchase?
He told police he rode it every day except during bad weather, and then he gave the dealer the same line about forgetting his license when he purchased the bike.
There it is.
In Japan, three-wheeled motorcycle can be driven with a regular car class driver's license rather than motorcycle's license, but he had no license to speak of, so it's a moot point. As someone, this person just writes here. As someone who took multiple tests, I can confirm they're quite hard, and I wouldn't disparage anyone. No one needs your car.
Exactly. I love
Don't insert
injecting his
yourself.
own or her own.
Passing it requires a level of knowledge beyond what the average driver retains. I will say this: when I got my California license, they were like, "Oh, here you can review this thing online, and it'll just give you all the answers." None of the questions were asked. They started asking questions when I switched over to California that were like, what is the fine for being pulled over? I'm like, I don't know your state fine. That doesn't have anything to do with me operating a vehicle.
No.
What state did you switch over from?
Illinois.
So I switched over from New York, and I did have to take the written test. You don't have to take a driving test. But you have to take the written test. And I got wrong the amount that fails you.
They give you a minimum.
And she looked at my test and she said, "Are you from New York?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Answer this one again." And then I did, and she was like, "Okay, now you pass."
Oh, good for her.
Good for her.
But there's questions on there that are very specific
about
to California.
Like, this doesn't have to do with me knowing when to brake.
Yeah.
Or being a good driver.
So my son's 14 and a half, and he's like, when I turn 16, I want to get my license. I want to get a car.
My 18-year-old doesn't drive.
He's 18. But like, so I'm already now saying to him, how many car lengths do you need to be behind that car if you're going 40? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, one for every 10 miles per hour. So that's a question they will ask you on this test.
Wow.
Like all that stuff. And like, I'm trying
Those
to
are
help.
good things to know. But the fine
you got to
get,
know what you're not going to do when you get
Right.
to the
Because I'll be up on him while I'm texting going, what's going on over there?
him and
Last thing, we'll get out of this. How old do you guys think Tatsuo is? How long has he been doing this
52
for?
plus.
You know 52.
52 plus 16?
Yeah, I mean, try.
Okay.
68?
Okay.
72.
70 right on the nose.
69 years old.
Right
What to go,
between you
friends.
guys.
That's story number 2. Jay,
There you go,
were-
Jay. You
take
got a
us
little
some. I'll
bit.
take us
Jay,
some in a
can you
minute.
give us a
I
little?
just, to me, the dumbest thing in there is every day carrying that little piece of stress with you.
That's
that nothing
just
can go
stress I
wrong
can't
because you
handle.
are fucked.
It's just too much.
If somebody runs into you, you're fucked. Like, I just couldn't. No thanks.
It's too much stress.
Yeah, I don't need
It's too much looking over your shoulder for
Give us a
52
hint.
years.
What are we looking at after the break?
Florida man being a Florida man.
Okay,
Perfect.
Okay.
Could be literally anything.
Anything, yes.
You mean Florida man acting like a Tokyo man?
Do the do the stories always travel around the world?
No, I mean, it depends.
They'll be anywhere.
Anywhere. They could be
Yeah,
anywhere.
or they could all be in Ohio.
Or all
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Usually
Okay.
they all are Florida. All right, we got Zainab Johnson's with us. We got one more story. Let's get to this right after the break. Dumb People Town, don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
If you are struggling with what to get your dad this Father's Day, give him the gift of a fun, powerful, and easy way to get outside and explore his own world with electric e-bike. Sure, you could stick with the same old tie, pocket knife,
I don't want that.
beer-themed tie,
on.
hat, whatever.
Whatever
But
it
why
is.
not switch it up with a gift that he will want to use every chance he gets?
Can I tell you guys why I know you
Yes.
should do this?
Yes, please.
I have one.
It's the greatest.
It is life-changing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is life-changing. I mean I, and then my family
We
was
is
lucky
you
enough to
and
also-
you and the electric e-bike.
I took it up to the family cabin in Wisconsin.
Awesome.
It has changed everything about my summer. It has changed everything about the cabin. Dude, first of all, you can go like over 100 miles on these
you
things,
go
right?
so far
So
on
once
these
it's
things.
fully charged, like you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's also very compact. So you can
Can you
throw
go
it
to
in the back of
Yahoo's
it.
into town?
You can go to Yahoo's into town. It's got the speed for it too.
Yeah,
But the best thing for me and my family is you hop on this and then you just go on down to the lake. You can get little like compartments to carry some of your stuff with you. And then when my family's down there, you zip on back up. Every single person.
Dan,
absolutely
we
loves it.
forgot the drinks. They're still back up at the
I'm
cabin.
gonna
Back
take
up
the
on
electric
Dude,
e-bike
I'm
back
grabbing that
up.
electric, baby.
That's
They're-
so
they really
fun.
they are wonderful, and it will. Whoever you give this to, you're gonna end up using it as much as they are, or at least wanting to. I absolutely love it. And the great thing is, you can tell by looking at it. You're like, oh, this isn't just some like throwaway like low quality.
Yeah.
This is like high end, looks really good, but also isn't gonna like.
Are you outside more? Are you outside more because of this bike?
Oh yeah, dude.
It makes you want to be out in the world.
So cool.
I absolutely love it.
So what I love about electric also is that electric e-bikes offers a wide range of, you can customize things, adjustable e-bike options to accommodate an array of different lifestyles, as Dan's talking about, doing it this way. Somebody else, friends of ours have them, and they drive like up into like Griffith Park and go around there, and it's
it just opens up a whole more world of fun.
It's
especially
amazing.
in the summer.
So here's what we're going to say. Skip the played out gifts this Father's Day and give the gift of adventure with electric e-bikes. Visit lectricebikes.com to learn more and explore the epic models Lectric has to offer. That's Lectric e-bikes, LECTRIC ebikes.com.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, everybody, I'm going to take you home with
do
this
it.
story.
Let's do
Here
it,
we go.
Jay.
Sent in by Jake Roney at Jake Roney on Twitter.
Longtime friend of the show.
Love this kid. Here's the headline. Naked, greased up Florida man.
You could have stopped at the first two words.
Drove a motorcycle without a license. That's how we do it here.
If you're naked and greased up, you better be a stupid 18-year-old who thinks it's cool to be in a frat.
So
that is the only
naked
excuse. I will give you
and-
dumb youth that they said it's some tradition and you were stupid enough to think you should do it.
Or
And-
naked and greased up, you could be like
Ready to
sexy
go.
wrestlers.
Well,
That's right. You could be like,
but
let's
that doesn't
go.
need
I
to
don't know
make
why I
the
had to
You're
say it like
prepping
that.
for, I don't know,
No,
you're
you're right,
prepping
though.
for something.
Yes.
Whatever that
Yeah, I
means.
suppose you could be naked and greased up on the set of an adult film, and I'm like, okay, this all
Yeah.
tracks.
Naked
Or
and
like
greased
naked,
up. Olive
greased
oil
up
wrestlers.
chicken.
Yeah. Or you could be like naked and greased up. Your next word should be like, I'm ready, honey. I'm ready.
Yeah. Come in. Come in
I'm
now.
I did what you asked me to do. Let's
Here I
get ready.
come. All right, so naked, greased up Florida man accused of breaking into 2 homes, jumping in pool.
You got to get the grease up.
gotta
Okay.
clean off.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. Now you screwed
You
up the
needed to jump in
pool.
now.
Those pool have to be drained.
Yeah.
Come on.
All you needed was some Dawn soap.
Is that right? DeBerry, Florida. A man was arrested Friday morning in DeBerry after he allegedly broke into 2 homes and tried to evade deputies by jumping in a swimming pool.
Where you gonna go, man?
They won't see me. I'm underwater.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you can't swim off the property.
there's no. Yeah, you're
This
just
is
doing
not like
laps.
jumping into the ocean and be
Wait.
like,
This. Listen to
You've
how
literally just jumped into a
I'm
hole.
so stuck. Every time you say DeBerry, I'm like, DeBaby? Like, I'm just,
in DeBaby, Florida.
You're not gonna believe
DeBaby,
what-
Florida.
Or DeBaby did this.
All right, so DeBerry, Florida. He tried to evade deputies by jumping in a swimming pool and onto a trampoline, all while naked, according to sheriffs.
so he just wants to have fun.
You know what? He's got a bucket list before he gets locked up.
He just probably
Yeah.
was like, I love the wind against my junk. Let's go. Let's go.
Marco, just get out, man.
Marco, we can see you. We're not closing our eyes.
Deputies say they responded around what time? What time do you think they responded?
2 houses. He did the pool and the trampoline running from the cops. He'd already done the 2 houses.
Yeah, to a report of a burglary at a home on High Banks Road.
Both things, you are not running away from cops. You were just participating in something stationary on
Right.
the property.
Wow, I feel like this is 5 p.m.
I think it's more like 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
5 p.m. What do you got?
I
man?
You don't
think
think he's
two-
at church?
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
One of you is exactly right.
Oh!
Do you want to decide?
I'll stick with me.
I'm going to stick with me.
Yeah, I'm going to
Serious stick
All
with me.
right, get your answers in because at 2 a.m. They
Ah.
responded to a report. We'll get to how old he is at the end. Blake Tokman.
That tells you his age range right there.
Blake Tokman tells you his name and what he does.
Yeah.
Does it?
He tokes, man.
Blake Tokman.
Tokman.
He's a
T-O-K-M-A-N.
rapper from regional rapper from 1997.
Blake Tokman.
Tokman.
Tokman who does like Rasta and
Right.
dub stuff.
Right.
All right. Tokman. Yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Volusia County Sheriff's Office said Tokman smashed out a window to break into one home, then left and broke into another house. Deputies say they encountered. It doesn't say really what he took. or
Yeah,
what
like he just broke into the home to break into the home and then go to the pool.
Oh, he could have just kept thinking
Jump
they
a
were
fence,
his.
dude.
Right. Is
Jump
this
a
my
fence.
house? Oh, no, it's not. Let me get to another one. All right. Deputies say they encountered Tokman at the second house. Body-worn camera video released by
Which
the
means the
sheriff's
first
office.
house called.
Yeah, that's right.
Shows Tokman running from the deputies, jumping into a pool, then climbing out of the pool, then jumping onto a trampoline.
Okay, it's kind of on them for letting him get out of the pool.
That's right.
He's in a hole.
That's right.
Just
You
guys,
got him.
fan out.
And he's wet and weighed down.
Also, the
he's
process,
greased up.
there's always that part where you're either going to fall back in the pool or get out.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the ladder or the steps.
Also,
you couldn't grab him at that crucial moment when your belly's on the ground getting out of the pool.
But do you mean the cops grab him or the homeowner?
The cops.
They're
there for the pool
So
part.
here's the question. How many deputies did it take to grab this guy when they all
He was greased up and naked.
That's what I'm saying. How many?
Zainab, you want to go first, second, or last? I'll let you pick.
5.
5.
I think there were 7 deputies there.
I'll go 3.
4.
Right.
Ooh,
Okay, very good.
4 deputies who kicked or hit the deputies. One of the deputies was cut on the arm. In addition to being naked, the sheriff's office said Tokman was covered in wheel-bearing grease,
That is
peppermint
greasy.
oil,
That's kind of sweet.
You got that from the first house.
and blood.
Of course.
They believe he may have been under the influence of an unknown substance.
No
or
shit.
substance. You think?
Yeah.
Also, by the way,
you know
if
what that-
someone's jumping in the pool, that's just, I feel like that's just fun.
You know what
Let's
that
just let
unknown
him have
substance is? Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's not
running
coming
for-
back.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe his body was burning or something. What was the temperature
that
like to
pool.
be in that? Is that thick grease that he was in?
Yeah.
Well, that
Maybe.
wheelbearing
Maybe
grease
it-
is. I mean, that's super.
Yeah, maybe he
lubricant.
was just burning and was like, I
gotta get
gotta.
in there. And then
The
I gotta do a
peppermint
couple
oil
of
was a
flips on this
bad choice.
trampoline. Maybe I can flip this
Peppermint
grease
oil
up.
burns.
Yeah.
I just picture him getting arrested and yelling like Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. Make me feel something. Make me feel.
And then just does like flip into
Yeah.
the pool.
You think they were like, hey man, if you want to get back in the pool we'll give you
get back
3
in
minutes. You want to get back in?
You want to swim around? You can
You could
pee
do
in the
one
pool.
cannonball.
Yeah.
And
One
then we're
cannonball.
It's like the end. It's like his end of Point Break. Come on, man. Where am I gonna go? The other end of the pool.
But you know what sucks? It's like he could have also knocked on their door. You know, like the hassle is like you did all of this, and now we got to replace a window.
There's so much.
We got-
I know you're thinking of the
it's like,
homeowner.
just-
Come
we
on.
feel violated because we didn't accept you into the house. Yeah.
Can I jump on your trampoline? No, you can't jump on
No.
your trampoline. Boom.
Or yes, the kids never use it. We
Yeah.
bought that fucking thing 3 years ago.
By the way, you see a naked, greased up guy who come to your
Let
door.
him have it.
I want to tell you, the type of parents that are so over it are just like, yeah,
Hey,
go
look,
ahead,
somebody's using it.
Kids, someone's using it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just open the door.
I put that trip, and then the guy is.
There's
talking.
a wiffle ball set in the garage that he hasn't touched for 5 years. You want to play with that?
Took me 3. He's now telling the naked guy. Took me 3 weeks to put that trampoline together. You think the kids use it? Go ahead, jump all you want.
I just balanced that pool. Thank God somebody's using it.
Yeah.
And the wife runs out. We got some boxer shorts if you need it.
No, I'm free.
Let him do it. He's having fun. Unlike these assholes who just sit on their iPads.
Yeah, you just open the door and you go, are you violent? No, I'm on another plane of existence. Fine,
Go ahead,
have at it.
fun. Just have fun. Kids, you see, that's how we use the pool, okay?
Tokman faces charges of 2 counts of occupied burglary, 3 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer,
That'll
2
get
counts
you.
of criminal mischief, one of our favorites,
And 3 counts of
resisting
peeing in the
arrest.
pool. I
And
think there should be 3 counts of peeing in the pool, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Do you want it? There is a little video, but I don't know if it's worth watching. But
I want to see it.
I'll try to get to the video. Hold on. But first, let's guess how old this.
How old is Tokman? Tokman?
Blake Tokman.
Tokman.
Blake Tokman.
Blake Tokman.
Blake Tokman.
Blake is a young first
Blake
name.
is the young
That's what
person. I
I'm saying.
love your
That's what I'm
reasoning here.
I'll go last.
Okay, I think I like your reasoning. I think he's 29.
I'm going to go 22.
I'll go 25.
Okay.
25. All right, get your answers in. This has been a beautiful episode with you. We'll look at the video. Check out ZainabJohnson.com.
Yeah, and there'll probably be a link in the YouTube description, or the video might get thrown in. Either way, you'll be able to.
Either way, you can follow, and she's a great follower.
Go see her live. Follow her Instagram. Follow the Zainab Johnson on TikTok and
Yes.
whatnot. But
Just do it.
Just do it. This is our friend.
You'll be like, hey, I was on that train as it's blowing up and doing all it does. All right, this cat, Blake Tokman, who was naked and jumping on a trampoline and jumping in a pool, is 34 years old.
Wow, older,
Peyton?
old enough to know.
Whoa,
Right?
yes.
To know better. Thank you.
34. Yeah, he's
30,
heartbroken.
yeah.
No one here said he was in his 30s.
I'm trying to get on this video, but
No.
it's not.
All right,
Well,
we'll
listen.
do it in post. We'll show it to
All right,
each
we'll
other.
show it in post. We'll show it to each other.
show it in post.
All right, that's a show, you
What
guys.
a beautiful show. Thank you for coming to do it with
This
us.
was such a treat.
you're the
Thank you
best.
so much for having me.
A wonderful romp. All right, Zainab Johnson, thank you. And guys, oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Bye.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.